Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to cut all that out.
That shit out. That fucking sucked.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Beards, Beers, and Baseball. I am your host, Anthony, and today we have a very special guest in the studio. We have Justin from Better Man Beard Products, and we are going to give you the whole download on how to take care of your beard. We're going to do some product reviews, and we're going to sample some beers, so get ready for an awesome episode. Justin, how are you, sir?
Good.
Thanks for joining the channel.
Thanks.
Appreciate you being here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. We met probably a little more than a year ago at the Hyde Street Park Festival.
Yeah.
You had a tent going on, and I told you I was starting up a channel, and you said, hey, whenever you get it set up, let me know, and I'll be on the channel, so I appreciate you coming in
And
today.
here I am. I'm excited. Let's do it.
So I want to get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you've been doing, and how, you got started with Better Man Beard Products.
Wow, that's a big question. So grew up in North Idaho, ended up in Boise, at Boise State, got a degree in entrepreneurial management, spent some time in DC, spent some time in New York as an oil trader. My interest in beard care products and kind of the passion to develop something sparked my interest. So I like to say I went from crude oil to beard oil.
Nice. How long have you been making beard products?
I started formulating in 2014.
Okay.
It took me 14 months and 57 batches for my original rosemary lavender beard balm.
Nice.
The awesome thing now about that is I had no intent of selling it. I thought I was going to trade crude oil the rest of my life. I was just determined to make the best damn beard balm I could. So highest quality ingredients. It was all about making the absolute best. And that's basically the foundation of the company.
So tell me a little bit about why you decided to create a beard product. What led you to that journey?
Great question. It was 2012 and I was using beard care for the first time. I had moved back to Idaho, back home, and I was growing my beard out and I was using various products. I had 2 or 3 balms and an oil or 2, and one day she's like, bring them out. I want to see what you have. And she esthetician for a long time, very accomplished, and she looked at all the products and she threw them all away. Luckily I'd had some success making a hand solve, so I knew some of the science behind these oils, and the big thing is you want to stay away from fragrance oil. Fragrance oil is the number one thing you'll find in most beard care products. Yeah. Fragrance oil, it can smell amazing in the bottle, it can be the best smell in the world, but once it hits your skin, it can be a completely different scent, and it can be irritating to the skin. If you have sensitive skin, stay away from fragrance oils, and then stay away from alcohols. The big thing with a beard is this hair is naturally very dry. Your scalp produces natural oils that your face does not. That's why the hair is so different, and that's why using your conditioner that you use up here just does not do much here.
There's a lot of beard products out there. I mean, you can Google, Instagram's feeding us shit constantly.
Yeah.
Dan, try this, try that. It's manly, it's frickin' Vikings and axes and beer and all of these different personas. How did you come up with the branding for your product?
So, Better Man came around because I feel like if your beard is better, if you respect and appreciate your beard, you're going to be more confident. And that sheer level of confidence hopefully is going to lead you down the path of being a better, more successful man in life.
Nice. With all of those products that are out there, why is yours better than any other product that's out there?
So it's funny, it's a very easy answer. It's all natural. We don't have any of those fragrance oils. Hands down, I can say we're better than 95% of the market for your beard, for your skin. You may not like the scent. If you're buying a beard care product because of the scent, you should be buying a cologne and using an all-natural beard care product. You're not going to smell any of mine for more than 10 or 15 minutes. And there are small producers that make high quality products. So like I really encourage you to buy local if you can find something that's all natural, or try Better Man Beard.
So what's your production process look like? Walk me through that.
Typically, I try to have someone come in and help me. A good friend's wife, she's been helping me for about 4 years now. If I do a batch on my own in a day, I can do about 120 beard balms. If she comes in, we can do 4 times that. It is a lot of hand mixing. Time and temperature takes me about 2 hours from adding the ingredients one at a time. Every different product needs a certain amount of time at heat and a certain temperature. So, not to get too technical, but shea butter is a big one. Shea butter is great for your beard, it's great for your skin, but it has a tendency to crystallize. And by using a certain time and temperature process that took me a lot of time to figure out, I'm able to get rid of most of that. Basically that's a day's worth of making beard balm.
And you travel quite a bit. You're doing trade shows, you're doing booths. Is that intense, or is it just kind of a casual process? How do you work that in your schedule?
Those type of in-person events gives me an opportunity to explain why it's different. It's amazing. I'll have a husband and wife, and I typically say, all right, wife gets to pick. She'll smell all 4. She'll pick one. So I'll walk them through a demo. They'll apply it. All right, wife, I want you to touch his beard now. Holy shit. I have never seen his beard so soft in my life.
And I tell you what, those store testers that are out there, I will not put my finger in one of those things. I'm like, I pop the lid just to check it out, and I'm like, absolutely not. There's been about 50 fingers in this thing, and I'm like, no. What are some of the common questions that you'll get?
The biggest question is like, why do I need to use anything on my beard? So your scalp produces natural oils that your face does not. Because of that, you need to use a natural oil-based product on your beard. It's going to be really good for the skin. It's not going to be clogging. That's a big misconception.
Yep.
Some oils are clogging, some are cleansing. Ours is very balanced. It's going to bring virtually any skin type closer to the middle where it should be.
What's the weirdest or most oddball question you've ever been asked?
Well, there's 2.
Okay.
One was, is this edible? And I was like, technically yes. Why are you asking that question? It was kind of funny. She's like, well, my husband, he has this big mustache, so any of his product gets in his mouth. So I grabbed my original beard balm and I took about a pea-sized amount and I put it in my mouth. Rosemary essential oils taste like shit.
Oh,
the other one, so I'm at the Portland Seafood and Wine Fest. And I was in my mid-40s at the time. And there's a lot of drunk older women. And there was a pack of them. And they were all asking questions about putting it downstairs and how moisturizing it may be. And the hair is very similar. It's similar, like natural oils, no natural oils, right? So,
ladies, if you're out there, you are busted. Calling you out.
So, they kept coming back to the booth time or two and making jokes, and I'm like, and they're not buying anything, and there's a big group, and I'm finally like, you know what? I'm going to give all of you a small sample, and I want you to get the heck out of here. Like, I can't deal with this. And like, these women were my mother's age, which was like horrifying. The funny part to that too, about, I don't know, half hour later, there were 3 other women that came up and said, we need some. I was like, go ahead. You go ahead. Just take it.
Just take it and go.
Yeah.
All right. It's product time.
Awesome.
I have sampled each one of these. I am a huge fan of the base, the core scent, the rosemary lavender. That and the oil are awesome. This brush, I told my friend Scott, it felt like it was 80 little angel hands just brushing through my beard. I have used the pocket switchblade combs and different types of, brushes, and, there's anti-static and all these different things. This is by far one of the best brushes I've ever used. So I want you to know that this thing was absolutely great.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, Natty Musk, I love. Spruce, they're all great. Yeah, the Frankie T, the tangerine, love it. Oil, great. In a routine, what is your routine, and how should one apply a product for optimal usage?
So, great question. It really kind of depends the size of the beard. This is more specific to our beard care products. Our balms are going to be a lot softer than most. Because of that, it's going to be easy to emulsify, easier to get down to the skin. Some of those really waxy balms, you need to use a balm and an oil because you need to moisturize it at the same time. Ours is very independent. Now, with a beard like yours or mine, we're never going to get the beard balm down to especially our chins. So for me, it's a daily use of a beard balm. It's going to moisturize, it's going to tame, it's going to make it look more presentable. But then at least a couple nights a week using an oil.
Okay.
One thing I'd like to do is let's walk you through a demo.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
So it's really basic. If you're a guy that, maybe half-inch size beard, I would do maybe a solid pea-size amount back of the thumb. I'll just have you use this one.
Okay, sounds good.
This is yours, so
I appreciate that.
Back of your thumb's a good measuring tool. Go about, for me, about a half a thumbnail's worth.
Okay.
For you, I would use a little bit more than that. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
So then, palm of your hand.
Yep.
A lot of guys will do it between their fingers. They don't want to get it on their palm. The problem with that is when you do it finger to finger, you're going to get it stuck between your fingers.
Yep.
So you're going to end up putting clumps.
Yep, fair enough.
So just emulsify, 5 seconds. It's an oil at this point. So for me, I'm just going to kind of massage it in. Make sure you get your mustache.
I love it in the mustache. This smells so damn good.
So it's going to tame it. It's going to make it instantly softer. It'll actually make the hair a little bit darker. The reason that is it's just moisturizing it.
Yep.
Here, let me give you one of those.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'm going to wipe my hands off too. Now, I didn't bring my comb or brush, but you have your brush, so now I would just dig in with that.
This thing is freaking awesome.
So the key with any tool you're using, you want to stay away from metal or plastic of any kind because it's going to create static. These are made of bamboo. On a big beard like this, the bamboo is going to flex, so it's not going to rip out as much hair.
That's one thing I have constantly dealt with brushes and combs is rip at the end. And then you see little pieces of hair just falling into the sink, and I'm just like, why is this my beard feels great. Why is the comb ripping hair out?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense now. So, this thing is great.
So for those of you that have a smaller beard, we offer a sandalwood comb. Sandalwood smells amazing. Bigger beard, you definitely want to use a bamboo brush. And then the interesting thing, Anthony was talking about the snag. I can literally, if I'm snagging with my comb, I can go 1, 2, and then go through with the finest side of my comb because there's no more snags. Goes through nice and easy. Yeah, even when my beard's relatively small right now, but even when it's bigger. So,
that's awesome.
For you, I would recommend beard balm daily.
Okay.
And then a couple days a week. There's 2 ways to go about this, applying a beard oil, in my mind. For Anthony, I would do probably a quarter size, emulsify, massage it into the skin. But to make sure you get contact, I like to take the dropper and I'll dribble it down one side and comb it through. Now, some people are like, well, it's going to run through. It's going to go all over my clothes. We use castor oil, which is a little bit thicker. That thickness, it's actually going to make hair thicker. Castor oil is known to do that. It won't run as bad, so you'll have plenty of time to comb it through. And then I'll do here, comb it through, and I'll run a little here, you really want to get good product down to the skin.
Yeah. So you and I have some pretty healthy beards going on. What about somebody who's just starting their beard growth journey? Maybe they're about 6 months in and it's a little bit shorter. What are some tips and some recommendations you have for them?
Sure. So definitely using, beard balm and the beard oil are both going to be very moisturizing. It's going to be really good for the hair. Also a wood comb. Wood doesn't create static like metal or plastic. It's good to scratch at that skin, exfoliate it. These combs made of sandalwood smell amazing. Also, the rigidness, especially the small side, is really good for the mustache. So, in general, for a smaller beard, I recommend a beard balm and a wood comb. Part of it is preference. Some people do like the oil better. But the benefit on a smaller beard is that the beard balm has a little bit of a beeswax base. They're going to apply very similar, but because of that little bit of a beeswax base, it's actually going to tame the flyaways better. And if you have a shorter beard, you're going to be able to get the beard balm down to your skin. The time you need to start using an oil is really when you have a problem getting that beard balm down to the skin. And I don't think you have to use it every day. I mean, 2-3 days a week. I tend to use it in the evening. Rosemary, lavender, this is my go-to at night. Lavender is very calming. I feel like it helps me sleep. And then just make sure to pull the product through, exfoliate the skin.
And my wife loves the lavender. She is a lavender connoisseur by all accounts. I've tried cherries and tobacco, bourbon and leather, pine tar, like real pine tar. She's like, you smell like smoked meats. She's like, don't use that anymore. So the rosemary lavender is definitely a hit, not only amongst myself, but my wife as well. So that's a win.
Awesome.
That's a win on
awesome. My part, yeah. 14 months and 57 batches. And one of the biggest thing was the scent of this. I really struggled with coming up. And I'm not a huge lavender person, but that balance with the rosemary, it's not the lavender you remember at your grandmother's house.
Yep.
Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
And this isn't something you're going to smell for a long time. And all of these scents are really kind of designed to be gender neutral. And when I say that, I want you to like it. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, I want whoever you're kissing to like it more.
Yeah.
So we have the rosemary lavender. Then we have spruce. It's very Christmassy, earthy. Tangerine and frankincense, that's my spin on like manly citrus. It's very popular in the springtime. And then our newest one, Natty Musk, is Lang Lang, Patchouli, and Vetiver. Patchouli can be a very divisive type scent.
Definitely.
If you're not 100% hate patchouli, you should definitely smell that. Straight patchouli is a little tough for me. And I kept having customers ask me about it, and I brought it up to my wife. And she's like, well, you don't just use patchouli. And I was like, oh, yeah, right? So it's much more balanced. It's going to be kind of a musky, manly, and the scent really doesn't last that long.
Has anybody asked you to make a custom scent or some sort of scented fragrance that you're like, absolutely not?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Because, like, I'll talk about natural, and then they'll be like, can you do a whiskey tobacco, or a cotton candy, and I'm like, no. Well, it would be really, no. All right.
You ready to drink some beer?
Yeah,
all right.
Let's do
it. In our theme, most cases, we like to stick to local breweries, local products, local folks like yourself. Today we got a few things on tap, no pun intended there, but Mother Earth Brew Company Heavy Cloud Hazy IPA. So I'd like to get your insight on how this tastes. I do always pour a little bit out for our veterans and those abroad taking care of us.
Nice.
So that we have the freedoms to drink beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be drinking out of the horn today.
As you should.
The first episode I did, I forgot to clean this fucking thing out. And I had the biggest bug in there. I don't even know what it was, but I was like, took that off camera real quick. So, Mother Earth Brew, Heavy Cloud Hazy IPA. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining again, man.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you.
I know you're a big beer connoisseur yourself, so
Let's give it a shot.
definitely hazy IPA.
Yeah.
I like that.
For me, the perfect hazy is kind of like that hazy mouthfeel with kind of a West Coast finish.
Yeah.
A little more bitter on the end. Typically, they go towards the sweeter side, and I like just a little more. I have bought a lot of hazies looking for that. I'm still looking. I've had a few out there. I really feel like that 6.4, 6.5 to about 7 is your sweet spot.
Yeah.
In my mind.
A little bit more than that, and you start getting into that old neck move where you're just like, eesh.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's why I just love trying new beer.
Yeah.
Because the breweries that are really working hard, and I would say Mother Earth, they're working hard. I mean, if you guys ever get a chance to go into their tap rooms, new stuff. I was just in the other day, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. And you and I caught up there a couple weeks ago, and they had a great selection. I think they had like a Mexican chocolate stout or something like that. Whoa. All right. Second on the agenda is a Mother Earth and Breakside Brewery Seek and Enjoy Collaboration IPA. So this is going to be awesome. I appreciate you bringing this through.
One thing I just noticed on this, I'd never heard, one of the hops is Superdelic or Kush. I'm not sure.
Kush.
And Citra.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stoned. So this has got some beers passed through it. So
Okay, that's good.
I think
Cheers.
it's safe. So cheers. Ooh, that's nice. This sounds saucy. I'll leave it at that. Back of the tongue feel. I like that.
That is saucy.
That's
A little bit of a bitter, dry finish at the end, which is actually what I really like in beer.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not going to have the mouthfeel like that hazy.
No.
But I sure do like the hops.
Yeah.
The hoppiness of this.
A little bit of citrus. A little bit of citrus in there as well. What's next, or what's on the horizon for Better Man Beard?
I'm going to be working on a new scent. Probably something minty, a peppermint type.
Okay.
Maybe a scent for the holidays.
Okay.
The goal of Better Man Beard is to make as many beards better as we can. With that in mind, it's probably going to be ramping up production and sales and more marketing. Right now I do a lot of events, a lot of shows, and I can only do so many, but it's beards, educating, beers. It's a pretty good life.
Yeah. Yeah, I really appreciate you coming by today. This has been great. Like I said, I've been kicking this around for well over a year, and like I said, when we first kind of touched base, and you were already well established, and I was like, man, I got to get that guy on there. So I appreciate you coming by. You were always just kind of welcoming. When I came up to your booth, you were like, dude, great beard. Come check out my products. And then I told you about what I was, looking to do, and you were like, fucking get me on whenever you get ready. So again, I really appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man.